as one last topic, let's look at the experts that we have in cybersecurity that are members of our military. In fact, some of the finest experts in cybersecurity are members of our military. They're restricted from helping civilian organizations, however. Look at one of the organizations. The National Security Agency is an expert at signals intelligence. They employ the world's leading code breakers, are experts at the interception and deciphering of foreign intelligence operations. They operate the Information Assurance Directorate, which is charged with protecting the security of national security information. They publish advisories, guidance, and best practices for cybersecurity professionals. They also develop the next generation of cybersecurity professionals with programs like the NSA Cyber Exercise and the Centers of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity. The University of Dallas was one of the earliest recipients of the Center of Academic Excellence in Cybersecurity. The U.S. Cyber Command is charged with leading the Defense Department's defense of its infrastructure. It conducts its operations on behalf of the military, and each of the military branches have cyber commands which participate in U.S. Cyber Command. You have the Army Cyber Command, the Fleet Cyber Command for the Navy, Air Force Cyber Command, and the Marine Forces Cyber Command. One of its mission statements is to protect the U.S. homeland, the U.S. national interest against cyber attacks of significant consequence. In order to deter those cyber attacks, the Defense Department states that it must work with interagency partners, the private sector, and allied and partner nations. And again, the Defense Department has a deep expertise in cyber. But again, limitations are placed on their ability to assist the private industry. The Posse Comitatus Act was passed in 1878, a much different world than we have today, but the law still applies and is very important in its application today, as it prohibits the use of the U.S. military to enforce laws. It does not apply to the state National Guard forces or to the U.S. Coast Guard. The military cyber operations that enforce domestic laws must fall under another statute that provides for an exception to the Posse Comitatus. And these are very rare instances that they would apply. September 2015, the Defense Department addressed the types of cyber incidents that might allow U.S. military to provide domestic government agencies with support. So if you think of it, they provide that information to the domestic government agencies, and then through public-private partnerships, that information might be shared to the private industry. They support remediation, restoration, and protection of critical emergency telecommunications networks and infrastructure should there be an incident. So this wraps up the unit on in public and private sharing. Of critical infrastructure data.